Welcome to solverfy.
Hello students, in this question we have to answer some questions on the basis of periodic table. We have been given this reaction. Now in this reaction we can see that size of X has been decreased. So X must have lost electrons. Now size of the Y reagent has been increased. So Y must have gained the electrons. So for the first part of question we have to tell which one has higher electronegativity. So Y has gained the electron. So Y has higher electronegativity. Now if an atom gains electron, then number of electron that nucleus has to hold gets increased. That is why upon gaining electron, size gets increased. That's how we know that if Y size has been increased, then it must have gained the electrons. So now let's move to the B part. We have to assign the charges on X and Y. So the reaction was like this. One X was reacting with 2Y and 2Y were gaining electrons and X was losing electrons. If Y has gained the electrons, Y will get -1 and -1 charges. Now X has lost electrons to these two elements. So X will get a total +2 charges. So total ionic charge on X will be +2 and total ionic charges on two Y ions will be negative. In third part of question we have to write electronic configurations of X and Y. Now we have been told X is an element of group 2A, that means the second group, and period 3. So if we look at the periodic table, the second group contains these metals: magnesium, calcium, barium. Now the third period metal is magnesium. So we can say X was magnesium metal. Y is an element of group 7A. Now this is the halogen series and this is of period 3. So halogens are like this. Now first period has no halogen, second has fluorine, third has chlorine. So Y must be chlorine. Now let's write the electronic configurations. So magnesium is of third period, so its configuration will be 282. And chlorine is also of third period. It will contain 7 electrons in the last shell. So its configuration will be 287. These will be the electronic arrangements in X and Y. This was X and this was Y. Now in D part of the question we have to write the configuration of ions of X and Y. So X was existing as a 2+ ion and Y was existing as a -1 ion, or we can say X2 positive will be actually magnesium 2 positive and Y negative will be chlorine negative. So let's write the configurations. Configuration of magnesium was 282. If it loses 2 electrons, its configuration will be 280. This shell will become empty. Now this is chlorine. Chlorine configuration was 287. If it gains 1 electron in its last shell, it will become 288. So these will be the configurations of X and Y ions. Now let's move to the fifth question. Now in fifth question we have to compare the configurations of ions to the noble gases. So noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. If we look at their configurations, helium is 2, neon is 28, argon is 288. Now this will be 288. So we have to compare the configurations of ions with noble gases. So we can say that the magnesium 2 plus ion, that is X ion, that will have a configuration of neon gas, and the Y negative ion, that was chloride ion, that will have the configuration of argon gas. So these will be the noble gases to which the electronic configurations of X and Y ions will refer to. Now in the last part we have to write the molecular formula of ionic compound that will be formed from X and Y. So X and Y were magnesium, chlorine and chlorine. They were giving ions of magnesium 2 positive, chloride negative, chloride negative. So the molecular formula of the compound formed will be magnesium, Cl will be chloride and chloride will be 2. So magnesium 2 plus will bond with 2 chloride ions. So this will be the molecular formula for this compound. Now the name of this compound will be simply magnesium chloride. This will be the last answer. I hope you found this solution helpful. Thanks for watching.